Hi guys, welcome to week 2. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to be here with you today. All right, so it is day 1 of our lesson and I'm so excited because it is all about volcanoes. Oh my goodness, so this week is going to be so exciting and there's going to be so much fun and so much science involved and we're just going to have a really good time. All right, so we're going to start out our morning with our warm-up. If you would like to review some of the sounds that we've gone over this year, you can check out week 1, day 1 for Dairy Cows video. You can check that one out. We're going to go right into our skills this week, which is some of our sounds. But first, we're going to segment and blend some of those words. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say a word, you're going to repeat it, we're going to get our slinkies out, stretch it, and bring it back together. So here we go. We're going to say the word candy. K-and-D. Candy. Good. Where are we? Bash. B-ash. Bash. Great job. Broke. Br-o. Excellent. Thanks. Thanks. Great job. Glad. Glad. Excellent job. You did so good. All right, so first I'm going to say some words and then I'm going to have you repeat them back to me. And here are our words. I want you to tell me what you hear that's the same with all these words. Tube, cute, and cube. What sound do you hear that's the same in all 3 of those words? Excellent. Yeah, the U sound. So we hear that U sound. And what we're going to see in those words are this one here. It is U consonant E, which has the cube in there. So I'm going to put that one right up there, which is U consonant E. Then we're going to see some of those words as well in our poem this week and some of the other things that we do. Now I'm going to give you some more words, and here's some of the words. Clue. Good, repeat them after me. Excellent. Glue. And cue. Excellent. What sound do you hear that's the same in glue, clue, and cue? Excellent, that long U sound, you're right. And this is how we would see it. So we would see U-E just like this with the picture of the glue there. And that's just like one of our vowel teams. When the first vowel goes walking, or when 2 vowels go walking, the first one does the talking. So U-E says U. Very good. And then here's my next set of words is room, broom, and roof. What sound do you hear in all 3 of those words? Great, is that U sound again? So that ooh sound with U, like broom, okay? So I'm going to put that double O in there. So there are 3 different ways we're going to hear those long U sounds in our words this week, and I'm so excited. So the second thing we're going to do today is we're going to read our poem, and here's our poem. It's called Cute Room is what it is, and so you can already see in our title we have cute room. Okay, so we have that U consonant E and the double O. So I'm going to read the poem, and I want you to think to yourself, okay, which one of those words or which 3 words, let's find 3 words today that are in that poem that follow our skill that we're working on, follow that pattern. Okay, so cute room. I will take this room from gloom to vavoom. I will need a tube of blue glue. I will add this cute cube too. Boom! Look at this blue room. So what are some of those words? Can you tell somebody that's by you some of the, like 3 words from our poem, and I'll read it one more time. I will take this room from gloom to vavoom. I will need a tube of blue glue. I I will add this cute cube too. Boom! Look at this blue room. Good. Tell somebody by you what your 3 words are. Excellent job. I'm so proud of you. Good job. All right. So fantastic. Next, we're going to move on to sight words. We'll do some more phonics stuff tomorrow, but we're going to move on to sight words today. There are 5 sight words this week. So last week we didn't get a whole lot of practice, but we're going to do the whole thing this week. So our first word is her. Her. Repeat them after me. Her. 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 All right, let's spell it. H-E-R. H. 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 What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? Excellent. It is the word her. The next word we have is the word has. Has. Make sure you're repeating them with me. After me. Has. 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 Let's spell it. H-A-S. Good. 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 What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? Great job. It is has. All right. Next word is them. Them. Repeat those after me. Them. 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 Great job. Let's spell it. T-H. Them. Good. One more time. Good. Again. Good. What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? Excellent. It is the word them. Be thinking of your sentences for tomorrow because we're going to be doing those too. Miss Forson will give you some sentences and then you'll get to create your own. Here is the next sight word for the week, and it is walk. 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 Excellent. Let's spell it. W. Good. Good. Say those letters. Good. What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? Excellent. It is the word walk. And our last word for this week is stop. Good job. Stop. 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 Excellent. Let's spell it. S. Good. Say those letters. Excellent. What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? Excellent job. It is stop. All right, so those are our 5 sight words for the week. And now we're going to move into our reading part of our lesson today, which I'm so excited about. I have so many things that we're going to do this week with volcanoes. It's so awesome. I love volcanoes. So tomorrow we're going to be kind of listening in for our vocabulary words, but today I want you to turn to somebody by you, whether it's a sibling, your parent, your grandparent, a cousin, somebody that's by you, and I want you to tell them everything that you know, or at least a couple things that you know about volcanoes. Go ahead, I'm listening. All right, about 30 seconds. Oh, those are good ideas. Keep talking about it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Make Miss Forson your focal point. All right, so today we're going to go into volcanoes, and I'm just going to read the story for enjoyment today. And then after we read today, I want you to you're going to turn to your neighbor and tell them something new that you learned today. Okay, so be listening for something that you don't know yet. Okay, so volcanoes. And here's our table of contents. What does the table of contents tell us? Great job, yeah. It tells us the page number where things can be found, and then it tells us all those topics of where things can be found. So we're going to see, and then we're going to have some headings of our parts of our book. So let's go ahead. Mountains of fire. Ash and steam pour out of the mountain. Hot, melted rock rises up inside the mountain. Suddenly, a spray of glowing hot ash shoots out. It is an eruption. More melted rock is forced out, and it spills down the side of the volcano in a burning hot river. Anything that cannot move is burned or buried. So we have a question. What did the volcano eat for lunch? Ashed potatoes. So silly. And a word blast is an eruption when magma reaches Earth's surface. Some eruptions are explosive. So some of these things, like when ash comes out, that is an eruption. That's when the volcanoes erupt. Hot rocks. When magma comes out of the earth, it is called lava. The lava hardens, ash and rock pile up. The volcano is born. So we have the lava and then the vent, and then the ash comes out, and then the magma chamber on the bottom. Deep beneath the Earth's surface, it is hot, hot enough to melt rock. When rock melts, it becomes a thick liquid called magma. Sometimes it puddles together in a magma chamber. Sometimes it finds cracks to travel through. And if magma travels through a crack to the surface, the place it comes out is called a vent. So we have word blast. So here's a vent that's on the side of the volcano. And then in this case, we have a vent that's on the top of the volcano. So some word blast. Magma is thick, liquid, melted rock. Magma chamber is a space deep underground filled with melted rock. An vent is any opening in Earth's surface where volcanic materials come out. Shaky plates. Where do cracks and vents in the earth come from? The land we live on is broken into pieces called plates. The plates fit Earth like a puzzle. They are always moving a few inches a year. When plates pull apart or smash together, watch out. So this is where the plates, so the picture shows the gap that forms when plates pull apart. So right here is where plates pull apart. And then this Earth, it says the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. So there's a plate there. And one place where Earth's plates smash together is called the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. It is the longest mountain range on Earth, and most of it is underwater. So that's where the plates have smushed together to form those mountains, which most of them, again, are underwater. Let me see if I can, there we go. Which is interesting. An island is born. What happens when two plates pull apart? They make a giant crack in the earth. Magma can rise up through these cracks, and this even happens underwater. About 60 million years ago, an underwater volcano poured out so much lava it made a new land. A huge island grew right in the middle of the ocean, and lava formed the country of Iceland. About 50 years ago, people saw smoke coming out of the ocean near Iceland, and a new island was being born right before their eyes. They called it Surtsey, after the Norse god of fire. So up here it says, who takes care of baby volcanoes? They're magmas. So volcanoes form islands. Can anybody think of an island that's part of the United States that formed from a volcano? We're going to talk about that later. All right, the Ring of Fire. So this here is the Ring of Fire. So this is where all like the other volcanoes, like some active volcanoes are. What happens when plates bump into each other? Maybe a mountain will be pushed a little little higher. Maybe a volcano will erupt. There may be an earthquake or a tsunami or both. The edge of the Pacific plate is grinding into the plates around it. The area is called the Ring of Fire. Many of Earth's earthquakes and volcanoes happen in the Ring of Fire. So over here is the United States. So here's a big map of the most of the Earth. So our Ring of Fire, whoopsie, is over here, which is most of California has a lot of earthquakes. So we can see that there, and it's all along that west coast. Postcards from the ring. This one says, I love you. This is in Indonesia. Miss you very much. And this is from Kamchatka. Wishing you a great day from the Cascade Mountains in Washington State. So this is Mount St. Helens in Washington State. And having a hot time in the Andes. And this is in Ecuador. Not all volcanoes are the same. What kind they are depends on how they erupt. The lava from a shield volcano is hot and liquid. Rivers of lava flow from the volcano's vents. These lava flows create a gently sloping volcano. So Olympus Mons on Mars is the shield volcano. It is the largest volcano in our solar system. Seen from above, it is round like a shield. So we can see it there, right there in that picture. The Hawaiian myth of Pele tells the story of how Pele, goddess of earth and fire, built a home on Mauna Loa. Violent volcanic eruptions are said to be Pele losing her temper. So this is that volcano here with it flowing, having that liquid magma flowing. Up at the top. How did the volcano see at night? How to say? It used a lava lamp. They're so silly. This one. A cone volcano has straight sides and tall, steep slopes. These volcanoes have beautiful eruptions. Hot ash and rocks shoot high into the air, and lava flows from the cone. One day, a cone volcano started erupting in a field in Mexico, and it erupted for 9 years. When it stopped, it was almost as high as the Empire State Building. So even though Paracutin stopped exploding in 1952, the ground around it is still hot. Scientists guess that Paracutin spit out 10 trillion pounds of ash and rock. So this one over here erupted for 9 years in Mexico. It's very interesting. Volcanoes are so interesting. A stratovolcano is like a layer cake. First, lava shoots out and coats the mountain. Then come rock and ash. Then more lava. The mountains build up with layers of lava, rock, and ash. Meet Mount Etna. There's a myth about Vulcan, a Roman god of fire and iron. He lived under Vulcan Island near Mount Etna. Every time Vulcan pounded his hammer, a volcano erupted, and the word volcano comes from the name Vulcan. So this is Mount Etna. This is in Italy. There's Vulcan. It's pretty interesting there. The true story of Crater Lake. Crater Lake may seem like a regular lake, but it is actually a stratovolcano. It was once a mountain called Mount Mazama. Now it is a deep, clear lake in Oregon. An explosion over 6,000 years ago blew the top off of Mount Mazama. Lava, dust, and ash swept down the mountain, and the mountaintop fell in, and a giant caldera was formed. Over time, the caldera, a crater filled with water, it was the deepest lake in the United States. So after the mountain collapsed, there were more eruptions. In one, a small cinder cone of ash and lava was formed, and this cinder cone pokes out of the lake. It is called Wizard Island. So there's the volcano, and then the Crater Lake. So instead of this volcano, so this volcano was up like this, and then it just kept erupting and then it ended up falling down inward. So that's what created that lake. So now it was a caldera. So the caldera kind of came in and then it just filled with water. And now it is a very, very deep lake called Crater Lake in Oregon. All right, so volcanoes, rocks. So these are all different types of volcanoes in here. So Peely's hair and how they form. So Peely's hair, lava fountains throw lava into the air where small bits stretch out and form glass threads. These strands of volcanic glass are super thin and long, just like hair. Small tear-shaped pieces of glass called Pélé's hair or Pélé's tears sometimes form at the end of Pélé's hair. So some of those different volcanoes are on there. Volcanic record breakers. Indonesia, a string of islands in the Ring of Fire, has more erupting volcanoes than anywhere on Earth. So this is Java Island on here. See, volcanoes are just fascinating because they choose when they want to erupt and when they don't want to erupt, and for how long they want to erupt. It's just crazy. The place with the most volcanic activity is not Earth. It is on Io, one of Jupiter's moons. The 1883 explosion of Krakatoa was the loudest sound in recorded time. People heard the explosion over 2,500 miles away, which is crazy. Mount Etna is the largest active volcano in Europe. So those are some of those 3 volcanoes. Hot spots. Do you want to visit somewhere really hot? Check out these hot spots, places on Earth where magma finds its way through the Earth's crust. Hot spots are heated by volcanic activity. The Hawaiian Islands are all volcanic mountains. They start on the seafloor and poke out above the sea. Kalahu in Hawaii is still erupting. As long as it keeps erupting, the island of Hawaii keeps growing. So that's this one over here. Then we have on Kyushu Island in Japan. Some people use the hot springs to boil their eggs. Then take a bath with the monkeys in Japan. And in Iceland, you can swim in pools heated by volcanoes, which is pretty cool. Exploding ending. If you visit Yellowstone National Forest or National Park, you will be standing on one of the biggest supervolcanoes on Earth. Yellowstone sits on an ancient caldera. Magma still bubbles and boils a few miles underground. Yellowstone has a lot of geysers, more than 300 actually. The magma below Yellowstone caldera heats underground water, and the water boils and bursts to the surface as geysers, spraying steam and hot water high into the air. Go to Yellowstone and see Earth in action. So here's Yellowstone Park, and here's one of those geysers. So that volcanic magma boils the water that's underground to create those geysers, which push the water upward. Kind of creates like a volcanic eruption, but with water, very hot water, boiling water. And then the last page just has some of our vocabulary words that we're going to go over a lot more tomorrow. So go ahead. I want you to think of 1 or 2, maybe 3 things new that you learned today. I want you to turn and tell whoever's by you about those 3 things. All right, excellent. I can't wait to see. So now you're going to head back to Seesaw. There's actually a link to a website called Mystery Science. You're going to click on that link and head there. They're going to talk about what the difference between a mountain and a volcano is. And then you're going to come back to Seesaw and do the activity, which is going to be some drawing and some writing all in one. So I hope you had a great day back. Happy Monday, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.